Alright guys, welcome back. Episode number 6 of the NHL 2004 Franchise Mode series. We are moving right along. After the last episode's hiccup with the crash in the emulator, hopefully that doesn't happen again. We did get through the Toronto game without any problems. But main part is, we're getting into the point of the season here where we gotta start winning games and winning games consistently. We're struggling a lot, as in the last episode I showed you guys, I changed the lines up. I moved players around. Whoever's been playing well, I think Gagne had been playing well, so I rewarded him by coming up to the first line. And hopefully the different combinations can unlock something that we're so sorely missing at this moment. Because one kind of bad aspect with the upgrade system and all that stuff is, like, it's going to happen at some point. We definitely want it to happen earlier. It's just tough to get upgrades. So trying to get these players to start playing up to their potential, I think I have it to where they get up 4 months earlier than where they would be expected to. So if the expectation is they get up there in 6 months, we're going to have to wait 2 months. So we are into November. Hopefully at the end of the month, the players start clicking and start playing to their potential. But until then, it's going to be a tough road ahead. We still just need to find ways to get wins. We need to start grinding out some dirty goals and just, get in there and start winning games. I previewed Washington in the last episode. They're sitting 5th in the league. This is a prove-yourself game. I know after this game, for sure, I'm going to start taking a look at these practicing systems because I want to see if I can, boost the attributes for going into a game. Because I think that's important right now, is probably getting our players to be their best. But with that in mind, of course, Washington, 5th in the league, a top team. I'm sure they've got Yager and Kolzig on their team right now, so this is going to be a big game. So a big game here. We started off against the Washington Capitals. And we're going to just be focused on, trying to figure this out and get this win here. I love that. I love that little piece of commentary that came through there. Talking about how bad we've been so far. You don't even get that in the newer games. It's true. We got to start looking at maybe, acquiring somebody using maybe one of these free agents that we had, or, making a big splash even. I haven't been that big of a fan of John LeClaire, especially since I got here. He's a little bit slower than what I'd ideally like in a player, but we'll see what needs to be done, if any trades need to be done here soon. Because we are getting to that point, that's for sure. Ooh, jeez. A very good period, though, from Jeff Hackett in net, for sure. And that's kind of what we need for our goaltending to start stealing some games for us, hopefully. Another great aspect of the commentary they're talking about, as you can see, if you take a look around the rink here, is the attendance is low due to our performance on the ice. So we're going to end up having less ticket sales and less fans in the arena. Not good. Nice stop by Hackett. Let's get a whistle. Oh boy. There we go. Good block. On Amante. Oh my god. How's that not interference, man? Really play that puck over to him and he gets hooked before he can even receive it. Alright, so 0-0 heading into the third. We got outplayed in that period for sure, but hopefully we can get something generated here. Again, we're getting booed by the fans. Oh my god, we got lucky. We got lucky. Oh, Tarian almost had it. One there. Jeez. So that was a lot better in terms of a period here for the third, but we evened up the shots. I think we only allowed one shot on in that period. I think we outshot them 8-1. So that was a very good period for us. Of course, we're going to go to OT. Hopefully we can get a win here. I would love to be able to get this win. Oh my goodness. Again, these hooks, man. This is ridiculous. You can't do anything. Oh, what a move by Roenick. Nice pass. Oh, what is wrong with that hook? Whew. 2 minutes to go in overtime, hopefully. Getting some chances here, but it's Kolzig has been phenomenal to the other end. There we go, come on. Get me away from these hooks, dude. Oh, oh, oh my goodness, Kolzig. Got him to cover it. Jeez. Man, the chances right now. Roenick, where are you going, dude? Come on. To play that competitive against that team and just get no points out of that just stings. God. You know, I do like this trade. I'm going to toy around with this one, I think, because I don't particularly want to get rid of Williams, but I would love to bring in Ron Francis and Verbata. And only giving up Bearson's a pretty good option here, but let's see if we can fiddle around with that trade, because yeah, I think it is time to make a trade with this team. There's just nothing clicking right now. But yeah, it's a big trade, and we get much better players out of it. We made a big trade there. That's good. We need to start doing something here to change up our fortunes here, especially heading into another game here. Man, I'm just looking at the Rangers have a lot of injuries. So I simmed up, so I'm not sure if this is actually going to come through or not, but what we'll do is just go take a look at the contract screen. I'll let you guys know who I traded and who I got back. So going to Carolina was a second-round pick, so that's the one you're not going to see in here, is a second-round pick, John LeClair and Joe Nieuwendyk. So Nieuwendyk, LeClair, both older guys, are gone. Again, I wasn't really happy with John LeClair at the beginning, like I mentioned during the game. Wasn't happy with him at Nieuwendyk since he had actually come in. Sorry, I'm going to go look at him, actually. Had not done much. He had 1 assist in 7 games. With a -2. He was alright, but he just wasn't where we wanted him. Considering we know how good Joe Nieuwendyk can be. So, like I said, I didn't intend to use the free agents to make trades, but with how poor we've been so far, I felt it was necessary, definitely, and Carolina had already made an interested, kind of offer to us, so it ended up working out. Now let's go take a look at who we got. So these players are, of course, dropped down a bit due to, the potential system, but they're probably going to end up better in the long run. I know they're better players that we traded overall. So first off is we've brought back Rod Brind'Amour. So Rod Brind'Amour, former Philadelphia Flyers, coming home. And then Ron Francis, of course, 40 years old, but he's coming in, which is really going to shore up some depth on the center. I think actually we've got a little too much depth on center, so a couple of these guys are going to, of course, move to the wing. And, of course, Radim Verbata, our friend from Colorado, is now joining us in Philadelphia, but comes over in part of the trade as well. So a second Nieuwendyk, LeClair to Carolina in exchange for Verbata, Francis, and Brind'Amour. So the only change really to the lineup, these guys jumped right in. Ron Francis into the lineup and the second line center, and Brind'Amour jumps in on the wing in the second line as well. And great news that I don't have to play around with any of the jersey numbers or anything. Because we traded LeClair and Francis' number was 10, so we're all good there. I just want to get into the next game, and I'm frustrated with this, but eventually it's going to get itself figured out, but it's just losing these games so often is just tough. We're digging our hold out. Oh, right there. We can see yesterday's trades. A 2004 second-round pick to Carolina for Francis, Brind'Amour, Verbata. So, of course, going forward, the next thing we've got to address is probably defense. But we will do that in a future episode if we need to. Hopefully we can start turning things around, but let's first get in, see how Francis, Brind'Amour, and Verbata all play. Actually, was Verbata in the lineup? So I didn't even realize Rabada wasn't in, so he comes in for Lapointe on the 4th line. Might actually do this. So what we're going to do here is we're going to drop Hadley's to the 4th line. That makes our lines even. And then we're going to bring Rabada up, of course, play, and hopefully that generates something because, of course, Primo's had nothing really going on so far this season. We're going to get into the New York game now. Hopefully get a win against a very struggling New York team. Still bummed out about that Washington game. So the only team worse than us in the standings, of course, the New York Rangers. We're playing in Madison Square Garden, the most famous arena. Hopefully we can generate something here. Oh boy, Nedved in. Nice stop by Hackett. Even with how bad the Rangers are, there's still a stacked team in this game. Oh good lord, that 2-line pass rule. Oh. Some good chemistry there between Francis and Brandonmore. Jesus, okay. Those are some ridiculously bad numbers. Oh. But yeah, this is a great game for us to figure out what's going on and start scoring goals. And Amonte's got 6 goals, no assists. He's like turning into Sakic from NHL 2003. But yeah, that's a good one. Good lord. Feels good to have a lead. It's the end of the first at MSG. And yeah, 1-0 lead. Can't ask for much more than that. So hopefully we can keep this up, get a nice win out of here, and preview the next episode. Oh, Gani almost had one. Oh, Rabada almost had one. What a save by Dunham. God, those point shots, man. Alright. Still gotta work to get some points out of this one, but hopefully we can in the third. Oh my god, the frickin' 2-line pass. It's killing me. You can have so many breakaways just with taking that off, but okay, here we go. JR. Some simplicity there. Just a little touch to the backhand. Why is Jyrke Lume taking a face-off? Yeah, just a little bit of simplicity on that one. Just a little forehand backhand, and it worked. Oh, Kovalev trying that wrap play. Good stop by Hackett. Let's get this puck out. Oh. Good stop by Hackett. Oh, I'm going to hold that one. That is a dangerous shooter in Alexei Kovalev right in front of the net. Dunham's out of the net. Let's go. Icing, I'm assuming. Yeah. Whew. You're not out of the woods yet. Jeff Hackett. Like, okay, I'm not going to do that too much, but that actually worked out really well. Goalie goal. So a big win. Of course, it didn't come easy. Never has so far in the game, but a 3-1 win against the New York Rangers. Rodick, first star, goal and assist, of course. Jeff Hackett, and then Mike Dunham. Yeah, doesn't surprise me. That's exactly how it should have been. So that will do it for the games portion of this episode. Of course, and the one thing I actually did change up here is the practices. So by the looks of it, it looks like if you do a long practice before the games, that actually does help you quite a bit. Giving that +2 attribute, and then, after the game, typically having a day off. So I found that, if I'm going to be in these kind of stretches where we're going to be playing a game every other day, the medium practices are going to be the best. And then if we get an extra day off, and then a long practice. But the medium ones are the best. easily. So like here, that's going to remain a day off. Actually, maybe just a short one. And then a long practice here, because we've already got that day off there. So do our best with these, because they are tough, after all, to keep maintaining. But yeah. So that's going to do it for this episode. There's not a whole lot. We've got a win. We made a trade. Been a big game, or a big few days in the organization, of course, because we need to start winning these games so badly right now. Of course, we have a game against the Islanders and the Canucks coming up. Those will be big games. I'm assuming the Canucks, we'll preview them here, see where they are in the standings. So Vancouver's sitting 6th in the league. Of course, we played Washington and lost there in overtime. They're now the top team in the league. You know, it's a crowded top of the table here. So Vancouver's sitting 6th. They've been doing pretty well. And then taking a look at the Islanders are down near us. So we should absolutely get in there and get a win against the Islanders. They are really only there because of their ties. Above us, I should say. But yeah, look at that. Unbelievable, the amount of goals against we have and the goals for. I think we're probably the lowest scoring team in the league by a good margin here. So the hope, of course, to build off of this moving forward. But that is going to do it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Click like if you like the video. Click subscribe if you want more of the content here. Yeah, I will see you guys on the next episode.